fragrances that I do want to tap into, but I kind of want to talk, man. I just want to talk for a little bit because I've been noticing a lot of. Oh, well, we got some more people in here. Let me say this right now before we get into this next topic. If you're around kids, if you at work, put your headphones on, fam. Put your headphones on. Give me a 1 in the chat when you're ready. Put your headphones on because these next 2 segments are going to be unfiltered because I'm tired of some of the childish behaviors I'm seeing in these YouTube streets and these comment sections, especially when it comes to some of this stuff. So once you set and everything is good, please give me a 1 in the chat to let me know that everything is Gucci. Wow, like this said, and it looks like we're active. Okay, so the first thing I want to discuss is this right here. Who really hates clone fragrances? And this is something that I was discussing, or I was thinking about myself, because I was looking through the comments from my Justin video, my Justin reaction video. If you haven't seen it, it's on the channel. Go check it out. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But I think it was like so much misguided. I don't know where people got lost at in the translation of me reacting to trying to get an understanding of what Justin was saying. And it became people just attacking points that had absolutely nothing to do with the conversation. Like, part of the conversation was going into this thing of like a money, and one of the words that I kept seeing thrown around was like a money elitist status. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I do think that there is a little bit of like a greater than thou type of complexion in the fragrance community, especially when it comes to like the collection, or even just like what you present, like as far as, you know, trying to make sure that you have every Parfums of Marley, every Mind Game. There's definitely an elitist status that's going on, or that has been present in the fragrance community. But point out another industry that doesn't have somewhat of that same thing going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my opinion, there's always a group, or there's always going to be individuals that think that they are better than others because of access, or whatever the case may be. Does that mean that they're right or wrong? We're not here to talk on that. My main thing that I'm trying to get at right now is this right here. One, I think that clone fragrances have done way more good than they have bad, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But as far as like what's going on right now in the fragrance community, if you want to know who I really think is like the biggest haters when it comes to clone fragrances, it's not the women. I'll never hear women hating on other women about wearing clone fragrances. Hell, if anything, I hear women boosting other women like, yeah, go get this one. Like, have you ever seen a woman that's into fragrances like their routine? Bruh, they got shea butter, they got cocoa butter, they got that EOS lotion, they got oils. They have so much that they put on, and then they might put on something like a side bourbon, and then they'll put on something like a designer or even a niche. Women put on so many layers with their fragrances, and they put on so many different clones and inspirations. So it can't be the women. It can't be the women that are the biggest complainers when it comes to clone fragrances. It can't be. So now we have to look at another segment of people. So now we got to look at the men, and this is where it gets fucked up, because we got grown ass men in these YouTube streets, whether it's a fragrance reviewer or somebody that just enjoys watching content, that will go to another person's channel and have the nerves to type up negative shit that has nothing to do with the content at hand. One of the biggest things that was most disappointing to me in my Justin video, and this just showed me to where This group that I'm talking about, they're just never gonna be satisfied. The group of people that I'm talking about, these are the ones that like watch the panty dropper videos. These are the ones that only watch compliment videos and wonder why they can't get a compliment from their Creed of Ventus, or why I have Creed batch FQ329861. What do you mean? It's compliments. It's 12 hours. But who gives a fuck? Like nobody. Like this group of people that I'm talking about right here. These are the ones that don't leave their house. These are the ones that don't get play. These are the ones that are here to just roll up shit. These people, the excitement that these people get are the excitement that we give them. Because there is not a single person that can tell me why. Give me a valid reason as to why you hate clone fragrance. Why? Now, if we talk about the points that Justin made, get my water real quick. If we're gonna talk about the points that Justin made, if we really gonna go there, I know that Justin is somebody who appreciates the artistic side of things. I can agree with that. I appreciate the artistic side of fragrances as well. I appreciate the intellectual property of fragrances. Now, I'm gonna let you know this right now before I say this. There's a business side of me, and then there's a consumer side of me. The business side of me, I ain't rocking with the clone bottles. The signature bottles, the way you know brands for, like the Tom Ford bottles, the Initio, like those, I can understand. I'm not down with the clone bottles as a businessman. As a consumer, though, I love it. I'm not even gonna hold you. When I seen it was coming, I like, let me get these before the lawsuit get here. I'm not gonna hold you. So when people say that they have a problem with clone fragrances that clone bottles, I'm with you. 100%, I get it. Doesn't mean I'm still not going to buy the bottle until the lawsuit is over. But I get it. But when it comes to the juice itself, one of the main points is that, oh, well, they don't do exact one of ones, or I like this brand because they use better notes and better qualities and better oils. Man, let me tell you something right now. It's not too many brands out there to where if I was to do a one-on-one side-by-side, and I'm not talking about somebody that watch fragrance content. If I go to a mall, if I was to go to Dallas Galleria on a Saturday, and I was to spray, My Here Legacy Silver and what, Sedley? Side-by-side. If I was to spray those two side-by-side, what you think? Do you think anybody will be able to point out, oh yeah, this is a clone? Oh no, this is a real thing. Nobody will know that. Nobody never knows that. So it goes back to my original point. Even when I was talking about the Justin video, what is the real hate when it comes to clone fragrances? Because even when I watched this video, I got to the end of it, but I was still dumbfounded. I still don't understand the point of the. I mean, I maybe the only thing I might have picked up from this was that, and this is something that I noticed a lot of people were saying in the comments. If it's a westernized brand that's doing a clone inspiration or something, then it's okay. But if it's a brand from the East, then it's like a no-no or something. You know what I'm saying? And whereas with me, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. It's a lot of good that these clone fragrances have given us. It's a lot of good. The clone fragrances have done way more good than they have bad. And whenever I have this conversation with anybody that dislikes clone fragrances, they can't never give me a valid reason as to why they like it. They like, oh, I just think that you should be able to go out and get the real thing. Well, who the fuck cares? McDonald's think that you should have only bought their burger since they were the first one to come into business, but they not telling you to stop going to Burger King and Chick-fil-A and KFC and all these other places that still make food. What kind of sense does that make? Why is it that we only have these type of conversations when it comes to fragrances? Like, I don't see this type of shit going on even in the sneaker community. Like, they be talking about resellers and stuff. They ain't really, like, they had one. Man, hold on. Let's get it together. I'm gonna slow down a little bit. Let me read some of this chat. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to go on no tangent. I'm really not. I'm just trying to understand. And at any point, I'm gonna have a call-up show. That way, if anybody wants to call up and talk about these points, you might be a niche. If you want to look at yourself as a niche snob, you can be a Parfums de Marley head fanboy. You can be whatever you want to. If you really have such a disdain towards these clone fragrances, I'm gonna invite you up to the panel, and we're gonna be able to have a conversation. The only thing I ask is that you keep it respectful and you articulate your points. Because if you can't get up here and articulate your points, we can't get nowhere in no conversation. But I really do want to understand, why is it so much hate in something that's only expanding the community that we're in? All it is adding more positive growth to what we have going on. Why would we not want this in our community? Let me know. Let me see what we're talking about in the comments. I'm not even buying them anymore, but I most definitely don't hate them, nor I care if others choose to spend their money on them. And see, that's the difference right there between you, Daryl, and other people. Because some of these other people want to try to talk. They want to talk, bro. The thing is, the people that talk negative about clone fragrances, especially the ones in the comment section, it's hard for me to think that they would have a real time being able to say that same thing to somebody's face. And I'm not saying that to try to cause no problem, but it's like, when I've been out in this world, I've worn fragrances, sometimes 3 fragrances a day, and I'm out there. I don't get negative comments about my fragrance. And even when I talk to people that I work with, I ask them if I know a fragrance might be challenging, might be somewhat off-putting. I might even ask them, like, hey, what is this? How is this fragrance coming off? Like, I need to know, fam. I don't even know how I'm feeling about this one. They give me the feedback, but it's never nothing to where it's like a hate comment. And even my people that rock that I've known or that I've met throughout my time that wear niche, indie, all of that. When I talk to them about fragrances, they think that sometimes they might think I'm wearing something more expensive until I tell them it's a clone. And then they're like, damn, but it smells like, yes, exactly. If you only go to dealers, if you only get your fragrances from the mall, all you're going to know is the mall. Most people only know the mall. So when it comes to putting them onto a clone fragrance, most people outside of this fragrance community are excited to know that there are other avenues and ways that they can spend their dollar and still smell good. You mean to tell me I can get this same smell that I just paid $300 for in the mall, but I can pay $40 and get it? And sometimes they have a better presentation, more craftsmanship. Like, we really want to talk about the artwork and some of this stuff. Yeah, we can talk about the fragrance itself. But like, these home companies are absolutely killing these designers when it comes to like overall artistry with presentation, packaging, full package setup. Middle Eastern is taking that shit, and it ain't no competition right now. I could never hate clones, however, I am over them. And I get that. I think there's things that, cause like for me, fam, I think it's a lot of oversaturation. It's a lot of oversaturation. Damn, there should never be 12 different clones of one fragrance, and 6 of these clones is coming from one house. Why couldn't you get it right the first time? So I agree with you on that, and we're gonna discuss that at another point. But I understand, like, that's where I'm starting to get a little bit of that disdain towards the clone fragrance there. I'm sick of the clone and duping bashing. People can spend their money how they choose, and brand chasing is so played out, fam. And that's what I really think it is. I think that personally, I think that people get caught up in trying to have like the whole Parfums de Marley bottle catalog in their background. And for me, it's, hold on. It's one thing to be a fanboy. Because if somebody was to call me a Paco Rabanne fanboy, I get that. Paco Rabanne, they can release whatever, man. It's just a pickup. It's a blind buy pickup. Because Paco Rabanne is yet to fail me with a fragrance. Like, they have yet to drop something and I'm like, yeah, I should have got that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it was in the XS line. I don't care if it's in the Invictus line. I don't care if it's in the 1 million line. They just don't miss. So for me, I'm a big fan of that. But it's hard for me to believe that when you start to get, like, especially those niche and indie brands, like let's use Parfums de Marley Mind Games. It's hard for me to see somebody actually enjoying every single one of those fragrances to where you have the complete line and you paid that money yourself. You either have to be a fanboy, which if you are, is respectable. That's understandable. I get that. I don't knock the fanboys because fanboys know that they fanboys. But I don't get when some people try to get like a fragrance like Haltane and they swear up and down they love it. I love it, but it's like, I know that you like this and that. Like, I've seen some of the fragrances. Like, I know, like, I think that some people get caught up in idolizing having a line and being able to showcase that as like their status symbol. You know, it's almost like having a Rolex collection. You know what I'm saying? 3 Rolexes always look good if you have a nice little collection. So I think that people get caught up in that at times, and like the whole chasing of price and chasing of status, things like that. Hey, some of these cats are too bougie for clones. You ain't lying. People with real money don't flaunt. They don't flaunt and flash. Everyone deserves a chance to smell good, and that's something that we're going to talk about next, because the fragrance community, man, clone has done so much more positive than it has negative. It's due to the huge contrast in price. Good content, fam. I appreciate you, man. Much love. Agreed. Me always trying to compete, bro, and someone just hating too. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, it don't take all that. They don't be outside. Calm down, bro. Calm down. Hey, yeah. I was talking. Saying people that say nothing lasts on them but never moisturize. Hey. You going out here, you not washing your ass, you not putting no lotion on your body, and you still expecting a fragrance to last 12 plus hours and get you compliments?
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen, fam. What are you thinking about, bro? You got to wash your ass and you got to moisturize. It ain't never gonna happen. Like I said before, people don't see how much you paid for the fragrance, and they don't see the bottle. They only smell the fragrance. If it smells good, it's doing its job. Facts. Because their favorite reviewer said so, man. It be like that sometimes, man. I don't hate clones. I just have about 350 bottles, and typically when I get a clone, I end up getting the original anyway. We're going to discuss that, fam. I promise you. That is a great point. Yes, us fragrance enthusiasts, not the average person. Preach. What's your thoughts on Justin's reasons of clones?